the stick. If the sound was dull, like striking wood, the experiment was considered a success. What followed was even more disturbing and inhumane than the initial experiment. The frozen body parts were then rapidly reheated using boiling water or open flames. This was done to observe how the tissue reacted to extreme temperature changes. None of this was done with anesthesia. The victims were fully awake and aware. They cried out in agony while the doctors stood by calmly recording their observations. As if this were a routine lab test, the researchers continued their horrifying work. As hard as it is to believe, this is not a myth or a fabrication. These acts were among the many crimes committed by Unit 731, a chilling reminder of cruelty. Did you know that a high school senior murdered her parents the night before graduation? Then she smiled on stage the next morning like nothing happened. Her name was Olivia Grant. In June 2023, she confidently walked across the stage in her cap and gown. She shook hands with the principal, hugged classmates, and posed for photos with friends. But no one knew her parents' bodies were locked in the trunk of her car. It was parked just outside the school. The night before, investigators say Olivia shot both her mother and father while they slept. Then she quietly packed her graduation outfit, practiced her smile in the mirror, and went to bed. To everyone else, she was the image of success, a flawless student completing her senior year. At the ceremony, she laughed, clapped, and tossed her cap into the air. She celebrated with friends, and her boyfriend filmed a TikTok of them dancing in the school parking lot. But when the video went viral, sharp-eyed viewers noticed dark marks on Olivia's white sneakers. Police looked into it, and when they opened the trunk, they made a horrifying discovery. Olivia was arrested later that night. She chillingly told detectives, "I didn't want them in my graduation photos." Did you? One guy said the moment he exhaled, everything blurred. And when he opened his eyes, he was sitting in a kitchen he didn't recognize. Kids ran past him, laughing, calling him Dad. There were photos of him on the walls. Birthdays, vacations, real moments he seemed to have linked again. And suddenly, he was back in his apartment, pipe in hand, heart racing, every sense buzzing. Now he can't stop thinking about it, haunted by the idea that maybe that life, his family, the memories, was actually the real one. That maybe this world he was living in has been the trip all along.